going to wait for some people to join us.
Imhotep, Ankh Uja Senebneb. This is Mfundishi Chahutimas Ka Inheru Hassan Kamal Saleh. Peace and harmony to everyone out there. This is Mfundishi Speaks, and today we want to just talk about a few things that are happening. Number one, we had a very positive verdict that the people the police that were responsible for the death have been guilty on all counts. And so it shows that some energy is changing. Energy is slightly changing. And so the white male supremacy, or the farce of white male supremacy, is slightly being checked by itself because it's just running outrageous. And so now we're moving in a time where accountability has to happen. But African people and indigenous people around the planet got to take responsibility for ourselves. It's clear that we cannot depend on our oppressor for real righteousness, real justice. We have to take accountability. We have to keep the pressure up, and we have to make sure that we will be watching every step. This is Earth Day, and so it's time for us to get in touch with the planet. We're moving also, this is springtime, and we're just moving into the age of Taurus. And so a whole lot of things are happening right now. And so we have to be conscious of all of this, conscious of the virus going around. But we have to say this: if you're living in Ma'at, Corona shouldn't phase you at all. If you're doing your cleanliness, that's in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, constantly washing your hands, taking your herbs, drinking hot tea and lemon and citric, taking in specific herbs, you don't have to worry about Corona. And just don't do anything stupid. Stay away from big crowds. Keep your mask on if you when you're in crowds and when you're in around people. And just try to be as clear and as Ma'atian as possible. And just stay beautiful, you what I call my blacknificent people. We have a couple of things happening in terms of our website. So Mfundisi's new website is mfundisichahutimas.net. And starting now, you can start to register for our spring classes in Medu Neter. And we've done something slightly different this time. So when you register for Medu Neter, you know how I tell you, you need to master the mineral domain, then you have to master the plant domain, and then the animal domain, and then the human domain. Well, I find a lot of people are having problems trying to really get into that. They don't know what books to study to get all of that. So what we're going to do is help you along. When you register on my website, mfundisichahutimas.net, when you register for the Medu Neter class, or whether it's volume 1, beginner or intermediate or advanced, I give you the crystal class free so that you can get a mastery of the mineral domain. And so you'll get 8 classes during the semester of the 14 weeks. Half of the semester you'll be getting the crystal class. In the fall, I'll be giving a herbology class, so you start to get into the herbs. And so you'll learn plants and you'll learn the minerals along with the Medu Neter, because that's the knowledge that our ancient ancestors have. So you can register now for our Medu Neter class in mfundisichahutimas.net. And if you're a beginner, you go into Ma'at membership. If you're intermediate, you go into Haru membership. If you're advanced, you'll go into Jehuti membership. Okay, so when you pay for that, you automatically get the crystal class free. It goes along with it. So again, we got to try to get people to have a greater knowledge of themselves so they can be the captain of their ship. The material that you need is on my website. It'll tell you need the book Spiritual Warriors Are Healers. I think you can see it right above my shoulder here. You need to get this book. That's kind of like mandatory for the class. And you need my Badu lecture cards, the alphabet, biliterals, and triliterals. So you can go on my website and you can order that by going into my store. I also have some other books that I think might be really interesting for you. I have something called the Kemetic Chart. It has the meaning and symbols of many of the symbols in ancient Kemet. And so it's important for you to know that. It's a very inexpensive booklet, but it helps you understand the Necharu and the principles and laws of ancient Kemet. Just to help you along, I said next semester I'll be teaching a class also on herbology. But we also have a book on my website you can get. It's called A Quick Reference for Natural Healing. And so you can look up what is the problem that you have, and then it'll tell you what herbs to take in order to take it. And so this is another book you can get right off my website. Naturally, well, I have one more book that might be interesting, especially if you're a beginner. There was a paper written in 1712 called the Willie Lynch Papers, the Willie Lynch Letter. And it talks about how our oppressor uses misdirection, misinformation, and symbolism to control us by pitting the old against the new, the light against the dark, male against female, one island versus another island, Africans in America versus Africans on the continent. All this divide and conquer. And it's been used for the last 300 years, and it's still fresh with us right now. We're slightly recovering it as we're moving to the age of Aquarius, but at least if you know what's being done to you, you know how to undo it. So the Willie Lynch letters you can also get on my website also. Last year I won an award for one of the best historical novels in this category. Menchu Hotep and the Spirit of the Magi. This was volume 1. This year we came out with volume 2, which is Shemsu Haru and the Magi. So one has the black cover and one has the blue cover. And we run a special. If you buy them both together, you get a discount on them. And so people, we're in a time where it's extremely important for us to do what I call operational unity. So that's a relationship between you and nature. And so I said this was Earth Day we open up. So that means that you're supposed to have a relationship with Earth. You remember I said we are all visitors here. One of our job is to what? We are to study. First of all, we have to take in, and we have to do research, and we have to know what's going on here. Then we need to teach, we need to share, because all of us are not teachers, but we can share the knowledge that we do have with our friends, okay? And then we have to love, and love the planet. So you love yourself, which is an extension of this planet, which is an extension of the universe, which is an extension of the Creator. And so self-love becomes extremely important, people. So Earth Day is not running around hugging trees. It's about you loving yourself, which is an extension of the earth. It means clean the filth up. Take responsibility. It doesn't matter who started it. You do it. If you see some paper, pick it up. You see trash, pick it up. You see garbage, pick it up. You see filth, clean it up. It doesn't matter whether you're responsible or not. We have to give our love forward. And you heard me say many times, when you have unconditional love, secrets are exchanged. So if you want to expand your consciousness, you have to expand your love. I'm not talking about loving no enemy stuff that the slave master would teach you. I'm talking about loving yourself and your people and nature and an environment and all those people who deserve your love. Are they giving you love back? Okay. But unconditional love means that I give love because I know it's the correct thing to do. I'm not expecting anything back in return. Okay? That's the type of love we want to give. We call it gratitude. So, brothers and sisters, the key to this message here is gratitude. Gratitude should be your greatest form of love. And you're doing it because it's the way. And the way is ma'at. Truth, justice, righteous, harmonious balance, reciprocity, right order. You are responsible for that. Too much is given, much is expected. Live your life by ma'at. Expand your consciousness. One of the greatest diseases known to man is ignorance. And so by teaching the Medu Neter class, the Christology class, the herbs, I'm trying to expand your relationship with yourself, your relationship with the planet, your relationship with the universe, because the heavenly, but we said we're moving into the age of Taurus. So I'm saying you also have to be conscious of the energy that's in the air. In Medu Neter, we would call this Haru Im Aketi. So Haru Im Aketi, which is protecting us from sunrise to sunset. It is the power of the lion, the power of Ra. And so we have to use this in our life. That's the age, or that's the era that we're moving in. And so be conscious of your environment. Use it to your advantage. Those who study and learn are those who will go the furthest. Malcolm used to tell us that you prepare for tomorrow by studying today. And the most important time in your life is always right now. And so, brothers and sisters, reach out. This is Earth Day. Reach out. Love yourself. Love your family. Love the planet. Plant some trees. Get your garden going. Let's tap into this energy. And again, I'd like to close by just saying again, our Medu Neter classes are starting. So please try to enroll. You have 2 to 3 weeks, all the way to the second week in May, before we cut off enrollment. And so come in and learn the Christology as a bonus. And let's expand our consciousness so that we can be the captain of our own ship. I'm not asking you to be the captain of somebody, your mate, your children, your friends, your neighbors. Be the captain of your ship. If you're the captain of your ship and I'm the captain of my ship, when we come together, we create a fleet. And a fleet is much powerful. And that's why we're calling for also operational unity. Those people who are in the Kemetic spiritual system, we need to stop debating with each other. We need to be able to come together on what we have in common. What happened, we have two people who are following the Kemetic spiritual system, but because y'all differ on one item, y'all spend all your time arguing on the one item instead of coming together on the 99 items that you agree with.
Preach.
So that's what we need to be doing now. This is to all my Kemetic priests and priestesses. Stop the debating. We are just teaching and loving each other.
Sure.
We're supposed to be a jegna to the young brothers. Okay? This is not a sparring match among the who knows Kemet the most. No. We all know Kemet. We all study in Kemet. And nobody has a ceiling and reached the epitome. Even the highest of high priests. I'm still a beginner in Kemet. There is so much to know. So we need to spend our time studying, learning, listening, and coming together. Operational unity. I'm so happy I'm able to sit down and talk with some brothers who are Christian. I can talk to some brothers who are Hebrew Israelites. I can talk to some brothers who are Muslims. And we are all coming together. We're coming together because we realize that this Kemetic spiritual system, not a religion, is the foundation of all their systems. All the roads lead back to the Happy Valley. And so let's expand our consciousness. Let's get out of these boxes and really move towards spirituality, which is understanding ourselves. You have 3 brains. You have your midsection, your biblical cord was your first brain coming in from your mother. And that's what we call that you have a gut feeling. Then you have your heart brain. And then you have your conscious brain, your pineal gland and all of that, which connects you to the cosmos. All 3 need to be in harmony. Brothers and sisters, operational unity, follow ma'at, unconditional love, and gratitude every day. Start every day off with positive affirmations in the form of gratitude. End every day with positive affirmations in the form of gratitude. And raise your spiritual consciousness. Be around people who are moving in that direction. My philosophy is you have the right to be crazy, but you just can't be crazy on me. Okay? That you need to adopt that. You stay away from crazy people. Okay? Stay away from the negative attitudes. Bring in positivity and give out positivity. Amin Ma'at. Shem Iem Hotep. Ankh Uja Senebneb. Amin Ma'at. Amin is satisfied. Dua and